In this video guide, we're going to see how we can use 3D models from Polycam, which are from photogrammetry techniques, and how we can prepare them for 3D printing. So how we can solve some issues from these 3D models. Now, in the website Polycam, you will find the information about photogrammetry. So basically, you can create a 3D by using pictures or videos from your smartphone. And also, if you go a little bit down here, you have the free 3D models section where you can download models that have been generated by other users. So they have been shared and you can view them or you can download them. Now, everything is explained in other video guides that we created earlier about Polycam and how we can create an account, download 3D models, use them in various applications, and so on. Now, we're going to use Blender to fix issues and to prepare the 3D file for printing. So you can download and install Blender. It's free and open source. And again, if you like it, if you are interested, you can check other videos and also a video course in Blender in our channel. Now, I have chosen to use this one here. This is a bust of a Roman emperor. And to download it, I will use the only format available in the non-pro version. So it's going to be GLTF. So again, this is from Polycam. So this is my account page where I can search for models in the Explore section. And when I like something, I can just select it and download it. It's really easy. And this is the name here of the author and the model that I'm using. But you can also try with other models if you want. This is just an example, of course. Now, once you have your model from Polycam, your Blender installed, you're ready. So right here, you need to import. So you need to go to File, Import, and you're gonna use GLTF format because this is the one that we selected. And I downloaded this in the download folder. So this is the file. I'm just gonna say import, and that's it. Now it's in Blender. Now I'm gonna get rid of this cube for the moment because I want to concentrate first on the integrity of the mesh. So the mesh is essentially a 3D model and is composed by polygons, vertices, edges, and so on. First thing I could do here is change from shade flat into shade smooth. Now shade smooth will create a nicer effect, soft mesh surface, so it's going to be better to, and it's going to be, you know, I think more accurate, and it's going to give a better result than using the flat shading. So that's the first thing I could do in terms of viewing the model. Then if I go in the sculpting mode in Blender, I can start to sculpt, and right now I'm using the shift key and the left mouse. So essentially I'm using the smooth brush. So you can see I'm smoothing the surfaces, and what happens is that they detach. So they are, you can see they're creating gaps. So it's like we have seams, and everything is like patched together to create the final 3D solid. But this is not a solid; it's a poly surface. It's a surface. So to print this with a 3D printer or to sculpt on it, we need to transform this into a solid geometry, an actual solid. So the way we can do that is go into in the layout, we can just orbit around and check the model. So we need to go to edit mode. We can either go here and switch from object mode to edit mode, or we can just click in the modeling interface. So right now we are already in the editing mode, and we are already selecting all the vertices. You can see here I am in the vertices selection. And so if you want to do this, you can go also to select all and in vertex mode. So this will select all the vertices that are part of this really complex topologic mesh. And what I'm going to do is right click and go to merge vertices. That's the magic tool. And I'm going to use by distance. So it's going to merge by radius. This is really important. The others won't work. You need to go to merge by distance. And you need to be more accurate, you need to be careful on the distance that you're setting. So if you go down at the left side, you can see here you can set up the distance. And as you can see, I have chosen a really low measure for this. So it means it's going like really small. And if I increase that value, you can see the result. All the vertices are getting merged into few vertices. So you need to avoid that. Now, again, if you accidentally exit the selection, you can go to select all and select everything again. Go to mesh vertices, go to by distance, and try to figure out which one is the correct distance. So it depends on the mesh, but if the mesh has like realistic measurements, it should be like 0.001 or 0.0001. That's going to be like, you can see down there how many vertices have been removed, which means that have been merged together. So that value shouldn't be too high, but neither should it be like 0 or something like that. So you can try a few times. You can merge and continue to try by increasing the value there of the distance. So it's going to merge more, but be careful not to lose too many details, because the more you merge, the more details you will lose. So make sure that the object looks pretty much the same. You can also test here using the material view in the shading views. You can see if the material looks fine. Now let's go again in the sculpting mode and see if we actually merge everything together or not. So if I use the smooth again, the smooth brush, you can see now I'm smoothing without any issue. So issue one, that's solved. We have an solid geometry. We have something that is not like a union of different patches. Everything stick together and everything will work fine. But well, if I need to render this, that's going to be fine. If I need to sculpt on this and create my sculpture, that's fine. But what if I want to print? Now, if I want to print, I probably need a solid. So if I go there below the subject, you can see that that's empty. That's not good for printing. So what we need is to like create a solid out of this unique mesh without any gaps, without any openings. Now we can do this by creating a cube or just by using the standard cube that we have in Blender. And I'm gonna put this like a base for my bust. So now I'm gonna go to the modifier, add modifier, click on Boolean, and now we're gonna choose union because we wanna unite these two together. Now you can also try with intersect or difference. These are just like other methods, but this will be fine for what we need to do. So I have my bust selected. I can click on the picker and pick my cube to unite these two together, to merge them together into one. So now they are merged. If I want to confirm, you also have the option to do it fast or exact. If I want to confirm, I say apply using the little arrow there, and you can see the modifier has disappeared. So now I have a overlapping cube. Now I can go into modeling again and modify that cube, which is now part of the mesh. It's now part of the model. So if I want, for example, to make this a little bit smaller, I can select the face down there and just push it up. So now you can see the overlapping there and it's causing some flickering. So to fix that, I will go back to the layout so I can work with the single objects and move the cube away. Because that's the original cube, this is the result of the Boolean union. And now you can see that I can manage or edit the different faces of these. I can make it smaller, bigger, thicker, thinner, whatever I need, whatever I want. So I can just edit this, continue to edit. But most important, I don't have gaps. I don't have holes. So I can try to send this to a 3D printer software and it's gonna give me less issues, certainly. So this is a way you can prepare for 3D printing and how you can manage your 3D models coming from photogrammetry here in Blender and then move on to 3D printing and other operations. So this will be all for this video guide. I hope you enjoyed. And if you want to learn Blender, you will find a video course in Blender in the channel, a lot of video guides, a lot of videos concerning Blender, concerning photogrammetry and other 3D software and 3D, apps and functionalities. So this will be all for this video. If you want to support us, please help us by joining the channel. So become a supporter, or you can just subscribe and just follow the other videos, the other video courses. So this will be all. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.